guys, I'm Pippa. I am Kala Yoga's teacher. I just wanted to make a little video for anyone who needs it or wants it. Basically, I'm going to go through some of the more basic poses in our yoga practice and just give you a little bit more detail so you can have a little watch of this in advance of taking part in one of our online classes. So you've got a little bit of a better understanding about what we are doing. So first of all, I'm going to take you through child's pose. So child's pose is one of the ways that we often start a yoga class. It's also a great pose to come into if you ever feel like you need a little bit of a break or a rest in the practice. It's a great place to come back into your breath. So what you want to do is you want to bring your knees as wide as your mat and then reach your hands forwards towards the front of your mat. Bring your forehead down to the floor and let your hips sink down towards your heels. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. So whilst you're in your child's pose, you're aiming to reach your fingers as far forwards as you can and press your chest down towards the mat. But at the same time, press your hips down towards your heels. So that's child's pose. Next, I'm going to take you into downward facing dog. We come into this pose quite a few times during a yoga practice. So it's good to know that you've got this one nailed. So you want to spread your fingers as wide as you can on the floor and then lift your hips up to the ceiling. You're aiming to make a triangular shape. So send your heels down towards the mat. It doesn't matter if they don't touch the mat. You can also take a bend in your knees if that feels better in your body. And then you want to aim to send your tailbone as high up to the ceiling as you can. Just tuck my t-shirt in. So slight bend in your knees, feet hip distance apart, fingers spread wide, hips up to the ceiling, and press your chest back towards your thighs so that your spine's long and flat. And then relax your head completely so that your gaze falls between your feet at the back of your mat. And again, breathing in and breathing out. And that's downward facing dog. So next I'm going to take you into warrior one. We'll take it on the right side. So you're going to step your right foot forwards, the toes of your front foot pointing towards the short edge of your mat. And then your back foot, you want to turn your feet out to 45 degrees. Take a deep bend in your front knee and then reach your arms up to the ceiling. You want to spread your fingers wide. Your bend in your front knee, you want your knees stacked over your ankle, and back leg straight, and then draw your hips round towards the front. So you're keeping them as square as possible. So not coming out to the side. Pull your back hip forwards. Then tuck your tailbone under. Pull your belly button in. Reaching up and breathe. And that's warrior one. Now warrior two, you want to open your hips out. So your hips are facing the long edge of your mat. Again, that deep bend in your front knee, your knees stacked over your ankle. The toes of your back foot facing that long edge of your mat, front foot facing the short edge. Spread your fingers wide. Again, tuck your tailbone, pull your belly in, reach your hands away from you. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Make sure that your knees over your ankle. I need to come a bit deeper there. Big breath in. Big breath out. And that's your warrior two. And then we have our standing poses. I won't take you through all of them, but I'm going to take you into tree pose. So in tree pose, you want to press your foot into your leg. So not your knee, make sure that your foot's either above or below your knee. You can have your foot down to your ankle. Keep your hips as square as you can. Your knee out to a diagonal. Don't worry about it being flat, because then your hips will go a bit wonky and have both hip bones pointing the front. And then bring your hands to prayer. You can take lots of different variations with your arms in tree. You can reach up, you can catch your elbows behind you. Sometimes I take what's called archer, with one elbow up, one elbow down. But you can just listen for those variations as and when we use them in class. And that's your tree pose. So I'm going to leave it for that for today. I'm going to take you through some other of the poses that we use in yoga in another video. But I hope for now that gives you a little bit more clarification, and that you can use that information as you flow in our usual practice. Thanks, guys.